Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Leslie here. I'm so sorry that I had you guys waiting for my next video, but I was dealing with some personal things in my life and I wasn't myself these past couple of days, but I'm back. I don't want you guys to think that I'm gonna leave you hanging, because that's not the case. I've decided to do a story time with you guys and talk about my breast augmentation. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, so let's get right in. So my surgery was scheduled for 9 a.m. I believe it was. I was of course running super late due to New York City traffic. It's very hectic, and if you're from New York, you know that driving into Washington Heights can get a little crazy and it can be a lot of traffic jams, and that's exactly what I was in. There's usually no parking there. I'm just so used to Washington Heights, that area, there's never parking. Called them and I let them know that I was running late, and they told me that I had to hurry up because they had other surgeries after me. So once I got there, I was like rushed into the room and I had to change, put on a gown on. They had to put the IV in me. There was like no time to talk, no time for me to even think about anything, but I have to hurry up and get my surgery done because I'm late. I can't even process it. I can't digest what I'm about to do, nothing. So they put the IV in me and I had to drink 2 Tylenols right before my surgery. So boom boom, had to pee in a cup, do all that stuff, whatever the case may be, and then I finally get transferred to the surgical room. I see like 4 nurses there and the doctor just right in front of the bed, just waiting for me to get fixed up. Taking off my gown, I lay on the bed. I still have my underwear on. They covered me with a blanket. The anesthesiologist, I hope I'm saying that right, the anesthesiologist, he comes over to me, he starts talking to me, introducing himself, telling me what he's gonna do. And as he's preparing himself, he's telling me, think of something nice. I begin to laugh and I'm like, I whispered to him and I'm like, I can't really think of anything nice with the rock music that's playing in this room. And he started cracking up. He was like, just think of your favorite songs then. And sure enough, that's what I did. And before you know it, I'm passed out. I'm like gone in cloud 9 at this point. And I don't remember anything. I didn't feel anything, thank God. I was completely out. When I woke up in a different room. I just remember being fully clothed except with my jacket, and I felt like a lot of pressure on my chest. I felt like I had elephants here and I couldn't move. I was like stuck on the bed, just waiting for my ride to pick me up, because you're not allowed to drive. For a few weeks, you're not allowed to drive. They were waiting for the person to pick me up, and when they did arrive, they helped me and got me into a wheelchair and brought me all the way to my car. This was like the first time I've ever sat down in a wheelchair. No, it's not. I broke my toenail. That's another story. But they brought me all the way to the car and they helped me out of the chair and put me in the car seat, because I couldn't do it by myself. You're not allowed to open car doors, open anything heavy, pull, push, anything, lift. You're not allowed to do any of that. You can hurt yourself. You can open up your stitching and all that, and you don't want to do that. And anyway, it's painful. They went over my medications with me. They went over like the foods that I could start eating so that I don't get nauseous. They were very particular with it, and they not only did they tell me, but they told the person I was with, because I'm still like in drugs right now and I could not like forget things or not remember. So they made sure to tell the person that I was with. On my way to the house, oh, it was so painful, because in New York City we have like the worst potholes ever. I had to tell the person to be very careful when driving, because those potholes will hurt me. The roads, period. Like, it was not safe to be out in the street. At this point, I'm super crippled. I have to wait for people to open the door for me, close it for me. I needed like literally to be carried to the bed, and I needed like 4 pillows behind my back because I needed to sit upright just like this. I couldn't like lay flat, because if I lay flat, I'll be stuck and I can't move at all. But you're supposed to stay up like that. I needed help in the bathroom. I couldn't do anything by myself. Anything. I couldn't tie my hair. I couldn't put my clothes on. I couldn't open a freaking bottle of water. I couldn't do any of that. So I was very responsible taking out my pills at the time that I needed to take them. I just needed assistance. I couldn't open anything by myself. I would like go like this because my nipples were burning me. They were like irritating me, itching me, burning me, and I would like go like this so that I don't scratch it. And I remember my whole arm was filled with blood, and I panicked. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I was so scared. I called them so fast, forgetting that right after I left they told me that I might bleed, but I just didn't think that it would bleed that much, like through my bra. But sure enough, that's exactly what happened to me. The right more than the left. I was bleeding so much. But I called them and they told me that it's completely normal, not to worry about it, don't panic. I was so relieved by the time the third day came, because I was able to take a shower, brush my teeth, and actually see what they look like. And I remember that day taking off my surgical bra, the cotton that I had on my areola, they were filled with blood. It was like horrifying to see. I hope that I can add that picture in this video. It might be too explicit, so I don't know if I can post it. Remember, they looked so ugly. It looked like a freaking rock on my chest. They were like shaped weird up here, and it was huge. It looked like a big oval rock looking thing. It was terrible. I trust a doctor, and I knew that you're gonna get some swelling and it's gonna look weird in the beginning, but it takes some time. It takes like at least a year for it to fully sit in its shape and be fluffy and soft. It takes about probably a year, and I'm like 4 months in, I want to say now. I took a shower, I took off that sticker, changed the cotton that I had on because it was filled with blood, and at that point I was able to bathe myself and cater to it. Every time I took a shower I was applying cocoa butter, and just to prevent like any stretch marks or anything, like, because you know your skin is stretchy and you can potentially get stretch marks, and you don't want that. So I would apply cocoa butter all the time. When I was cleared to massage my breasts, I started massaging them also. It was like a up, down, side, these things kind of massage it. I was a few weeks in, they'll show you another way to massage your breast. The worst part of this surgery is not even the surgery, it's the recovery mode. It's by far the most uncomfortable, most annoying, most painful thing ever. My areolas were burning me and itching me for probably 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks. They were itching me and burning me, and sometimes one more than the other. It was so weird. It's a totally normal feeling. It's like your breast tissue is sending signals to your brain, and that's how they respond to it, whatever the case may be. The worst part about this was sleeping. I had to sleep upright, 4 pillows behind me, and I would have to fall asleep like this, which was the hardest thing ever. I remember trying my hardest to be the most comfortable and put like a pillow all up here so I could just rest my head on the side, because I'm so used to sleeping sideways. Like my face needs to feel the side of a pillow. That's probably the most toughest thing in this whole surgery process, recovery mode process. My booty was so sore from sitting on it for so long. I couldn't, it's not like I could go out, walk around and do things. I had to stay in bed all day. When it's time to finally go to sleep, you're just like, oh, my booty hurts so much, I can't fall asleep. You're like thinking so much. Another thing that's a little annoying is having to wear your surgical bra for like 6 weeks. You cannot take the bra off. And then I got my surgery done in the middle of the summer, where you want to wear tank tops, crop tops, and you can't, because you have this thick strap surgical bra that you can't take off because it's very important to have on. It shapes your boob, and you don't want your boobs to fall and sag. Unfortunately, I did it in the summer, but I don't care. I will never take it back. I'm so happy. I still got to enjoy my summer. I remember having to wear like these big t-shirts to cover the bra, and it'll be hot as heck outside. But it's okay. It's all worth it. I still got to enjoy my summer, and I still got to wear a bikini. I could not sunbathe for 3 weeks, or maybe longer than that. I think it was 4 weeks. There were times that I wanted to lay up at the beach, and I was like stretching. I was like, can I put a towel over my breast? Can I just sit under an umbrella? And they were like, no, it doesn't matter. The sun rays will seep through that, and it can potentially leave some scarring, and you don't want that. And I definitely didn't want that. So I held off and I didn't sunbathe for a really long time. Yeah, I'm still very happy about my surgery. I will not change anything about it. What I do want to share with you guys is what I got done. I got 390 cc's in saline. The implant is filled with water and salt, so it was my preference. They have other ones that are like safe also, and to each his own. I think the final fill was 420 because that's what it says on my card. I'm a little confused about that, but I think it's 420 cc's saline, and I got moderate profile. So moderate profile is supposedly the most natural looking, so that's what I chose because I wanted to look natural. There's a high profile, which I didn't really know about till like after my surgery, because I really didn't do any research. Like, I went with my mind set. I didn't do any research. That's probably one thing I would have done differently, probably researched a little bit more, but I'm so happy with my results and I won't change anything about it. The difference with moderate profile and high profile is that with moderate profile, the implant is a lot wider and it's round, and high profile is not as wide, it's more narrow and it's more like a pointy. Not that your boobs are going to be pointy or anything like that, but it just sits on you differently. I have moderate, so it looks like this, and I got a lot of side boob. You guys can see I have side boob. With high profile, you have little side boob and your breasts are more like this. So of course my camera decides to die, but it's okay. I'm using my phone to close out this video. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'll be happy to respond back to you here or on IG. It doesn't matter. Thank you all so much. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and turn on your notifications. Love you guys.